Good afternoon, Chair, Commissioners. I'm Karl Woods, CCDC Senior Project Manager. Today, Kathy Wanner and I will be providing an update on the 8th and Bannock Streetscape Improvements Project. Going to give you a bit of an overview to refresh your memories and provide information to our newer commissioners. This project is in our CIP, funded through the River Myrtle Old Boise and Westside districts. It is a streetscape project, but it doesn't only encompass streetscape improvements, it also helps build infrastructure on behalf of our agency partners, ACHD, and the City of Boise. As a result of this collaborative partnership, the City of Boise led a public outreach effort last summer, which shaped the design as well as gained approval from ACHD for the road reconfiguration. That approval occurred in January. Upon approval, CCDC combined our streetscape into that design, submitted it to design review with the City of Boise, and got approval in February. At the March CCDC board meeting, a construction admin contract was approved with Jensen Belts Associates, as well as a construction manager general contractor selection of Guho Corp. Since March, Jensen Belts has completed the construction documents, submitted them to ACHD and City of Boise for permit review, and Guho Corp has worked on the pre-construction services of estimating, scheduling, and currently bidding the work. Bids are due on July 17th. That's where we are today. Once those bids are back, they'll be put into what we call a GMP, or a guaranteed maximum price, and we will bring that before the board for approval on July 27th. Kathy will give you a little bit more detail on the GMP here in a moment. I want to do a quick recap of the scope of work again. On the screen before you, you see in blue the streetscape improvement work. The green is the paving work that is being done in collaboration with ACHD. The yellow is geothermal, and the red is fiber optic. The geothermal and fiber optic are being done in collaboration with City of Boise. One quick note of a small change since last we spoke in March. During our pre-construction public outreach efforts, the Hoff Building ownership asked us to postpone the vault work on Bannock adjacent to the Hoff Building to help the tenants with storefronts at that location recover economically from the statewide shutdown. We coordinated that request with the mayor's office, and everyone agrees it's sensible to postpone that work, being that it's very disruptive until next summer, July 1st, when everyone's had a chance to get back on their feet again. So for the balance of the work, the construction schedule is set to kick off in middle of August of this year and wrap up in early winter. And at this point, Kathy will explain more about the GMP.
Good afternoon, Chair and Commissioners. I'd like to talk a little bit about the construction manager general contractor process. The CMGC serves in a dual capacity as both the construction manager for the project and also as the general contractor. They are selected based on qualifications, and the agency ran that qualification process earlier this year with the approval of the rankings at the March board meeting. As Karl mentioned, Guho Corp was ranked #1, and we were able to negotiate a contract with Guho Corp for the pre-construction services in the amount of $54,429. So a CMGC contract is a two-part contract. The first part is the pre-construction services, and then the second part is the actual construction portion of the project, which Karl alluded to with the bids and the GMP. So a CMGC project delivery method is utilized by the agency because it provides some great benefits in the fact that you're able to select a contractor based on his qualifications of working in a downtown location, of working on complicated projects with various agencies, of working with the public and dealing with things like that. So it's a great way for a project delivery. As Karl mentioned, also at the March 9th, we approved Jensen Belts as the design professional. So one of the other benefits of having a CMGC is that he can work with the design professional, providing some input on the construction drawings, because he has been on the ground doing the work and is able to provide some of his input at that time. So as Karl mentioned, the bids will be due next week. And once the CM receives those, once GUHO receives those bids back, we'll select the low bid from each of the bid packages, compile those numbers into one big number, add his construction management services for the rest of the project, and give us one lump sum, a guaranteed maximum price, also called the GMP, that we will amend onto the contract. This will be a pretty big number because it encompasses the entire rest of the project. And so that's what we are bringing back to you at the July 27th special board meeting, is a contract amendment to GUHO's Corp's CMGC contract for the guaranteed maximum price and the construction services for the rest of the project. So I hope that helps explain the CMGC process and why the agency selected that process and how it's working. So thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody. It's going to be another great project.